Hey, here are their top performers from the rushing week of Week 9. Caleb Silva of PSJA North, 261 yards and 3 touchdowns. It was a good week to be a running back named Silva. Chris Silva of Hannah also with a big game. How about the top performers for passing? Juan Rios of Mission looking good, as was Manny Mancias. Jacob Lerma of Lyford, you're about to see him, did a fantastic job. Joel Cuellar had a ton of touchdowns on the ground besides one through the air. And their top receivers, Nick Garza of Harlingen South, Jarek De La Cruz, we talked about him. Art Vasquez of Lyford, 146 yards and 4 touchdowns. Take a look at one of them, as a matter of fact. Lyford going up to play at Corpus Christi West Oso, taking on the Bears. And here is Lerma, and here is Vasquez. Big touchdown there, and Lyford was able to get a big win on the road and stay alive for a playoff spot. Meanwhile, Raymondville also getting it done on the road at Robstown, and the Bearcats looking good once again. Jesse Valladares has been one of the big finds in District 31-3A. The running back really can get it done. Take a look at the standings right now. 31-3A. It's Orange Grove on top. Raymondville will play Orange Grove at home for the district title. Lyford and Miller still alive. Meanwhile, Lyford is in with a win and either a Raymondville loss or a Miller loss. So Lyford needing to win and get some help in order to get in 31-3A. 32-3A, man, is it crazy. Take a look at this one. It is all about Port Isabel is in, Zapata, Rio Hondo, La Grulla all alive, and here are the scenarios. It is La Grulla in with a win, Rio Hondo in with a win or a La Grulla loss, Zapata in with a win or a Rio Hondo loss. So one team in, 3 teams alive for that final spot. And Joe, your thoughts on this district and how it's shaping out?
Oh, it's just as crazy as it was last week, only it's getting worse. What happened? I got to win a football game and I'm going to get in the playoffs. That's not the scenario, but it's crazy. I think Rio Hondo, Port Isabel, again, Port Isabel to me is a surprise of this district. Everyone said they were going to be good next year. Everyone said they were too young to be good this year. Well, guess what? Youth has served notice that they're here and they're good enough to be exactly where they're at. The only team in the playoffs, as a matter of fact, right now is Port Isabel. Now, someone else is going to make it, but they're up against Rio Hondo, who wants to get in.
Absolutely. Your thoughts, Greg?
Well, I think that, if to follow my theme of quarterback play, that means Rio Hondo, as long as Puga is healthy, he's probably the best, most experienced playmaker among the quarterbacks. Although that Zapata kid, he may not throw, but he can run like crazy. Mike Alvarez, give me a break. That guy's tough. And the thing about Rio Hondo is that they finally got Bermudez back. I've been saying that for weeks. That kid is a playmaker. And what did he do? Interception for a touchdown, caught the 2-point conversion. He's one of the best players in the Valley. If he's 100%, I think they're going to go farther than any team in that district. And I'm excited for Port Isabel. Don't get me wrong. I was not trying to switch bandwagons here, but Rio Hondo, I've been saying it for a while. I think that team has what it takes to win a couple of games. All
right, well, let's pick the 2 big games in 32-3A. It's Port Isabel at Rio Hondo. Joe, who's going to win the game?
I think Rio Hondo is going to win because of the fact, what Greg was saying, they're going to have the personnel there. Look out next year, Port Isabel, you're going to be right there, but Rio Hondo wins this one.
Harlingen South, PI, Sherryland, there's some teams that are going to be dominant next year. I think that Port Isabel, this will be a good test for them. I expect Rio Hondo to win at home, but I'm not saying they're going to blow them out at all.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and pick the Tarpons in this one, and I think, the time might be now for Monty Stumbaugh and his team. Meanwhile, Grulla Zapata, Grulla upset Zapata last year. This time it's in Zapata. What are your thoughts on this one, Greg?
Zapata was up and down early, but I think that right now, and they're a pretty experienced team in the playoffs, I think that they are going to win the ball game. That player they have, Alvarez, is really pretty damn good.
Your thoughts?
Zapata wins this football game again based on experience and based on the fact that, well, they can use what happened last year as motivation, and coaches love to have motivation talks, and that, what better than they beat you last year when you weren't supposed to get beat. So
now,
Zapata.
I want the Gators to win because to me, Zapata, do they get the broadcast over there?
No.
Then forget it, man. I want La Grulla to win. Come on, Abel, let's go, man.
I'm picking La Grulla because they won it last year. I think they can do it again.